So we have a few key principles that we use on all of our projects. So number one is passive solar design. Number two is super insulation. So we make sure the building is well insulated to keep that heat in once we get it in there, or to keep it out once we're keeping it out. Thirdly is water storage. So we make sure that in all of our projects we have water storage which gets plumbed back into the laundries and the toilets. We use double glazing on all of our windows. We use low toxic materials on all of our internal products, and we try to use products that have a low embodied energy.
So with the dollhouse, what was the client brief and how does it demonstrate those principles?
So Rebecca's brief was that she was passionate about the environment, which is why she came to us, and at the same time she wanted the house to function as both studio workshop for her printmaking studio, and also as gallery, and as well as that house, all on a very tight site with the backyard facing north, fortunately for us.
So how did you do it?
So we started with organising all the living spaces towards the north at the rear of the building. All of those spaces had north-facing glazing, and we were able to arrange the roof overhangs to only let winter sun in to those areas, and the summer sun was excluded. We have thermal mass on the floor via a large polished concrete slab which holds that heat in winter, and then at night time that heat gets released. We have double layers of insulation in all of the roof, so that it's like a fridge door basically, the roof, so it keeps that summer sun, which can be quite harsh in Victoria, out of the upstairs areas to keep it cool, and then downstairs the thermal mass, the concrete slab, again stays cooler longer, keeping the building, the temperature stable.
Remarkably, you got the cost down to $1,500 a square metre. How did you manage that? We
worked with the builder from the outset. We didn't take this project to tender. There was a tight budget when we were engaged, and we knew that there were going to be risks in taking the project through to documentation and being tendered. So we worked with a builder that we'd worked with before and got him to design the building with us. So all of the detailing was done with the builder in our office. So Rebecca and I would, talk about the finish that we wanted, and then the builder would help us talk about, how we were going to achieve that. So it was really a collaboration between, the builder, the client and us, which enabled us to do that. And then we made, obviously, sensible decisions, from the outset, and followed that all the way through.
So how unusual is it for you to work with a builder that way?
It is a little bit unusual in that generally most of our clients want the projects to go to tender. They want to see 3 or 4 competitive prices on their table to make sure that they feel like they're getting a fair price. So it took a lot of trust from Rebecca to trust that this builder was actually giving her a fair price. So it was unusual, but what it gave us was the ability to work up that cost with the builder from start to finish.
Tell us briefly about the long-term running costs of this house.
The long-term running costs of this house have been greatly reduced through the renovation, although we've increased the floor area by about 40%. Rebecca sends us, every quarter she'll send us a power bill, a gas bill and a water bill, and it shows us that her water usage is down dramatically, her power usage is down, and her gas usage is down. And the way that we've achieved this is through water. Obviously we've got 7,000 litres of water tanks which are plumbed back into the laundry and plumbed back into the toilets, bringing her consumption down dramatically. Her gas has been brought down because we've put in a gas boosted solar hot water system, and there's a hydronic system which heats her house. So these are both very efficient systems. And her power usage, we've put energy efficient lighting through the entire house and put lots of natural light in the house, so her energy consumption has also come down.